Man, it's like one of those things where you just feel like crap, like you just feel like terrible in your video because you know you need to take a shower, you didn't brush your hair, you need to shave, you just ate and you didn't brush your teeth, and you just, know that you sit down and just hit record. But, before we get started, I want you guys trying to run off, all right? But the best horror games I have ever played in the last 2 years is Resident Evil 4, the remake. And I don't know, I've probably been playing that for years. I don't know how long that game's been out. And this game right here, this is actually the game. Don't try to hate. Don't try to hate. I know social media. I only know social media is attacking the game. They're always attacking some game, and I'm gonna talk about some AI in a second. It's why I'm okay with AI. But yeah, so those are the only two games where I feel like you just keep going, and you're not in the same scripted path that you feel like you're doing. It's kind of like that Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake. I haven't got very far in the game. I just stopped playing it, and I didn't get very far in that game at all. And I do plan to beat it, but every single time my mind just feels like I just don't care. I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan, but my mind is just not into it right now. Like I feel like I got other things I need to catch up on to, like working out and all that. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake and that game right there. I can't even say the name. The Crystal or the Call project. The Call. I don't know what it's called. The Call something project. I can look at it, but I'm not even trying to remember words like that. Words I'll never say in my lifetime. But and so the internet, everyone attacks that game. Now, and in the real world, people who try the game, enjoyed it, enjoy beating it, blah blah blah. But to start on this AI thing, when I'm putting the title. Now, I don't know this whole thing where you see the internet talk about what games gonna be using AI. Lucky that GTA is not using AI. Like, nigga, they're using AI, nigga. That's why they're backing it up. They're using AI. That's the only reason they're backing it up. They said, hey, we got to try this new stuff, So the thing is, I don't know what AI, does and all that, and I'm sure they don't know either. Trying to say, why is everyone gotta use AI now? It's the new thing. It's the new things that I guess make things better. Uh, from my understanding is, I was gonna say it this way when it comes to AI, real quickly. I'm pretty sure this game was like done with AI, and there's a reason why I'm getting to that second. My understanding, okay, celebrities are afraid of AI, like movie stars. I'm like, they're never going to replace you with AI and put you in movies. Just stop. AI at this rate looks terrible. Is it going to look better later? Yes, but it would never be believable that they can use AI and people will go see the movie when they can just go see a CGI Avatar movie. It's not going to pull people into theaters. I think AI would be good. If a celebrity dies, of course they couldn't, for like a little short seconds, how they did Paul Walker, the guy in Gladiator that died. In other movies would have like a short scene or something. But no, AI, it looks fake. No, you're an idiot. The only way AI can trick me, but it doesn't, because I'm just so used to it. If they put bad quality and they have animals, and and one of them, and I thought it was real for a second, and I shared it with people, and then I saw a combination of different animals doing something, getting scared by a Halloween thing, even though we're nowhere near Halloween. It was months ago, but still we still were nowhere near Halloween. And then I realized, oh, that was AI of the raccoon attacking the scarecrow kind of clown thing, whatever it was, if you ever saw it. But they use bad quality. So if it's something that just seems outrageous and it's like bad quality, I would just suspect it's AI. That's the only way it looks anyway real when they do that. But anyways, the AI has a weird way of running. So anytime I get one of those AI trailers for a movie, I'm sorry, I'm a little longer, but to explain something why I know, I feel like this is definitely AI. I don't know. It's probably been duh. And I'll explain why I bring this up too. So this has probably been like, duh, of course it's AI. They already came out and said that. I don't know. I don't look that stuff up. is where was I? I'm sorry. Yeah, so these trailers that people do, these fake trailers, it's just I always hit don't recommend channels anymore because it's the same crap. I don't like to click them because it's just it's the guy just standing completely still. And they're going, trying to make some mad face like some Avenger Doomsday thing. And they're just standing completely still, not really doing too much. I've been seeing some new ones that are all right with Captain America versus Doomsday. They're all right. Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt. They still look fake, but they're fun to watch, but not when you lie and say it's this and it's not, and then you realize this is clearly AI and this is a waste of my freaking time. They're just there's a formula way trailers are done, and it's pretty much has not changed. And the way they do it is not a way a studio would do a trailer, for one. And it's also they're not standing in one spot. But AI, I don't think they're good at running and doing certain kind of movements. Sometimes that's why they're always staying completely still with these fake trailers. So the zombies, there's something about them. They have that AI move sometimes. Especially when you first fight the chainsaw doctor guy, whatever. And it just something about it, the way they're moving, it just looks like I've seen it in AI videos. But one of the things that I remember AI, had problems with is something how they'll have something like hanging out, back then. And I was watching the guy playing Resident Evil 9. He has the pizza on his thumbnail thing, and so I can know where to go, and know what's coming sometimes. So I hit play and then play and play the game. So I kind of look down on laptop on my phone or laptop and keep playing and stuff. And he was at the gas station part, and it was this live video, and he was getting gas, and some long green thing was hanging out. And I say, oh, was that the pump? That's weird. They need to fix that crap. And he was trying to, and then I don't know what he was saying, but I guess he felt like he had the pump or something. And turns out, I thought that was just so weird. But later, I was way farther in the game, and I think I had my shotgun, and I saw this big string thing hanging out just like he did. And so I got the same glitch he did. And I was not near a gas station, so I didn't have a pump. But I thought that's why I actually didn't, but anyways. And then so I just would hit a quick game and reload, and I realized the only thing that was green was the green thing on my sniper thing, the little that wraps around you. But whatever. And it looked like some string hanging out. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably have got that. It's fine. It doesn't ruin the game for me. That's how what to get on to the point is I'm totally cool with AI because it's just, if that is true, is the way people attack games like this game right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Where people put all their hard work in something, and you got these people like, oh, this is awful, oh my gosh, and then they make these and then what's that called when they're just trying to cloud or something? What is that word? There's a word I heard recently. That guy who got shot in the neck that talks hate. His wife is something to get money. I forgot what it's called. Just to get part of it, well, they'll come up with these fake things like these mods and try to say, this is the glitch that happens when I played a game. It was like Minecraft, and it showed thousands of cars falling from the sky. I said, all the gameplay I've ever seen, and even I've been playing the game, that has never happened once. This is it was just people modding, trying to say, and I don't know the point of it is. It's just like it's the only attention that I imagine they could get, because I would never waste my time to upload a video of something that's not true like that. But whatever. That's why I hit don't recommend channels when I get that AI crap. But anyways, get on to the suck part. What I'm saying is, so if AI helps them do the game faster, that was the point. I'm sorry to get on to that. And where it gives away less stress to do the game and give you maybe faster, bigger world and stuff and more things. And yes, I'm totally cool with AI. Is it easier? Like, cause I heard something about complaints and then they can rush games out. It's like, well, they can rush it out as in good quality, of course. And where AI will build a whole city for them in seconds. Hey, if AI can pull what GTA can do, in 2 days, what it takes them 5 years or 20 years to do, actually 20 years, And hey, but I don't think AI is that good. But I'm just saying, I'm totally with it. Now, I'm not going to complain, especially when you're in this society of people find ways to complain about things. Now, let's get into the suck part. I should have said, explain. No, I'm not. I'm serious about the title. It's the game. Yeah. So this is my second time doing it because I was talking about AI in my first take. I upload a video and then I realized I was saying that I played Resident Evil 4 so many times. This is a game that I don't care to go back to for a while. And I was trying to talk about, how Resident Evil 4 feels like more of an open world. Like you just keep going. There is a path that you're not running back and forth. And it felt like a different formula than any other game. The only game that reminded me of is this right here. But this Resident Evil, like Resident Evil 2 remake and this one, I said, it just feels like it's a scripted. Everything feels scripted. Like only the most scripted game I've ever played. And I wish people knew how to review games and movies so they can explain to you the problem. Is I kept seeing these reviews saying that Hellblade 1 is better than the second one. And I'm like, are you serious? From what I was seeing, I was like, no way. No way. I mean, graphics like this? And then I find out Hellblade 2 is so scripted, it's almost like you're not playing the game. It's the most like it's the biggest game I've ever seen where it's so scripted that everything you do, it's almost like you're not actually really playing. It's just the way it's so scripted, as if that's the best way to explain it. So I'm saying this Resident Evil 9 feels so more scripted where you have this one path to go, where you don't have this freedom like Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater a remake or whatever it's called. And you just don't have that freedom. So even when you get to play Leon, it still feels like you're scripted because you're running back and forth, and you run so slow. I wish they have a button where you can like jog for maybe about 10 seconds or 5 seconds, and then and then he has to rest or something. But just give me something like that where you're just trying to get somewhere because you got to run back and forth. Like, give me that little bit of a thing. What was that Nizzy game where people feel like they got to keep jumping so he goes faster, even though he runs pretty fast, but still they feel like they got to run on the wall because it seems like he runs faster if he's running on the wall. I don't know. I do that too. Like, come on, let me get there. But, but that's my problem is it feels so scripted. And my other problem is I want to say is, so what was it? So I was wanting to beat the game to have infinity ammo. I like doing that after I'm done with the game. I don't like, I was fine the way Resident Evil 4 do it. You gotta do all this, and I had to watch the guy who has the piece on his thumbnail to figure out, a way to do it. But I didn't really need him. But I just, I don't think I actually watched him too much. Because I got it when the DLC came out, and I had those certain free infinity ammos on certain things. But man, so it was a lot easier for me. So I didn't have to struggle like other people do beating that in professional. But the thing is, they said this one you have to grind. And I'm like saying to get that, I'm like, this is not good enough to grind. So for me, and it's like, if it's something like I can't grind, like stay in one area and keep grinding, doing the same thing over and over again for an hour, I'd be fine with that. But it's saying that it seems like for research I got, you got to beat the game over and over to grind that way. And I'm like, by the time I get infinity ammo, I won't care to play the game anymore because it's not really all that replayable. Right now, I just said, I'm just going to wait until the DLC comes out where I can get the infinity ammo because that's what they all have been doing. But I just don't care to go through the game again. It's just, I like to put it on hard or something, put infinity ammo or just something, just have fun. But not to grind in a game that's just all right. And one more thing is I want to say is I see IGN talking about this is a love letter. To me, this is more of a story that was just lazy. They didn't really know what to do. They didn't. Because I wanted to say there was one guy. I'm going to talk about spoilers real quick. I was sitting there playing. When I was playing, I was thinking about, what would be crazy if they brought back Mr. X. And it's like bump, 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 and so that was cool and all. But the guy was easy as hell. But I'm just saying that. But in reality, it just felt like honestly they didn't know what to do So it was just like people's excuses says, "Oh no, this is a love letter," is why all this stuff is repeating itself and bring these people back because they didn't really have they don't know what else to do with the game. That's what it felt like. Because I was actually wondering, what can they go with after Werewolf? And did they go into the other Werewolf? What is that, 8? Yeah, so they did. Actually, they went back to, repeating the same thing. Yeah, one thing is I'm glad they stopped with is when you had to fight real people with guns, because that crap was, it's, your guy is not that badass to be it seemed like they were a little they were kind of intelligent too, the AI, whatever you want to call them, coming behind you to shoot you in the back. But I died a couple of times and then I was like, oh, okay, let me get more serious, 'cause I was so laid back because the game was so easy. But anyways, I got to go. But yeah, so yeah, the problem is it's just not that replayable for me to grind to get infinity ammo, and I want that infinity ammo. So it feels like I wish I would have waited. That's the main thing. And there's one more thing I wanted to say, but when I was talking about my other video where I was talking about what sucks is, it's like I said, the horror games, they always make you feel like you don't have enough ammo. And that's what I hate about it. And, so I was like trying to save as much as I can, do certain ways, kill the zombies to save as much as I can. And the ending boss was easy, all of them, because by the end, I had so much ammo, so much health, and it learns that really, if I would have just kept going through it, I could have easily beat it because it does give you enough, So somebody did, explain that to me. But, I just always get afraid of getting right there at the ending, and I'm like, I can't beat this guy. I have no ammo. And then all that work, because I don't make a whole bunch of saves. Because every time they come up with these games, it's like, make a whole bunch of saves. And that's when it makes you think, okay, then, because I don't want to get the part where I'm stuck. Because I have heard that years ago, where somebody saved something and they saved it at the spot and they couldn't turn around. It was one of Resident Evils, and it was back then, before the remakes and all that. And I was like, I never want to be that person, and and it takes me a while to get to where I'm at, because it took me 12 hours to beat the game. And I don't want to, I keep one save. Let's just put it that way. And it's a lot of saves. It's a lot. And it actually went to 100 saves. From what I think it showed, I had 100 saves. Yeah, like kill couple, come back saves, and I'll kill them my way, not always using my gun and stuff. But anyways, I got to go. But it turns out you have enough credit to buy ammo and all that. It's just, I hate when my time was wasted like that, when I could have just kept going, especially to get that kind of just lame. It's not the game. I'm about to say story, but really the game wise, it's just not that fun like Resident Evil 4. All right, peace.